nothing but a dog player. I get it. Fraud player. I get it. I understand. You ain't the man. You ain't a man. You ain't ever caught a rabbit, and you ain't no friend of mine. Hound dog.
I gotta say, I love this class of Best Picture nominees. I'm legit shocked to see movies people have actually seen in these nominees. Aside from one, I wouldn't be upset if any of these won. But as per tradition, I'm going to rank the Best Picture nominees. Here are my ground rules as I see here because I really don't have a lot of time to do this video. Let's start off with number 10, Triangle of Sadness. Before I begin, I just want to praise the late Charles B. Dean's great performance. It's a shame that she is gone so soon, especially given how badass she was in Black Lightning. Also, Dolly De Leon should have at least been a nominee in the Best Supporting Actress category. However, I fucking hated everything else about this movie. Whereas The Power of the Dog and Drive My Car felt tailor-made for the Criterion Collection, Triangle of Sadness felt like it was cynically made for the Criterion Collection, as it just screams, "Please have Paul Dano worship me in the Criterion Closet!" Decision to Leave, The Northman, Nope, and RRR were right fucking there. Two of those were foreign films, too. Instead, what we get is the worst Best Picture nominee since Green Book. Ruben Östlund's utterly pretentious, "Rich people, am I right?" dribble did nothing for me. Even then, both The Menu and Glass Onion outclassed this film in every way and did Triangle of Sadness so much better. The fact that this is getting a Criterion release and not RRR or Glass Onion just makes me angry. Number 9, All Quiet on the Western Front. I watched this the second it was announced for Best Picture. The love child of Saving Private Ryan and Come and See, All Quiet on the Western Front absolutely delivers on the brutality of war. While I appreciate the ambition of a German remake of the 1930 classic film, given the source material is German, All Quiet on the Western Front left me cold. Its battle sequences and its brutal imagery are very top-notch, but it will stop dead with poorly paced scenes involving the armistice signing. It's perfectly fine, but I prefer its influences more. Number 8, Avatar The Way of Water. Avatar The Way of Water is still dances with the Matrix, but while I wasn't the biggest fan of its first half, James Cameron came back strong in its second. If I'm ranking my favorite films on a technical level, this is top 3 behind Elvis and Everything Everywhere All at Once. But for the love of God, James, get someone else to write your movies. Though I am now pumped that we may now get The Abyss and True Lies on 4K and a possible sequel to Alita Battle Angel thanks to this movie. James Cameron, you truly are the king of the world. Number 7, The Banshees of Inisherin. The Banshees of Inisherin has a lot of things going for it. It reunites writer and director Martin McDonagh with In Bruges' Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson. It takes place in Ireland, and I love historical Irish films. Both Farrell and Gleeson are at the top of their games, delivering masterful performances as friends on the outs. But while I like this film, I didn't quite love it. It's not that I hate this film, it's that I just don't get it. It's a little offbeat for my taste, and I prefer In Bruges or Free Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. But it's still a very gorgeous looking film that is worth checking out, mainly for Farrell and Gleeson putting on clinics in this film. Number 6, Top Gun Maverick. Of all the films getting a Best Picture nomination, Top Gun Maverick was the most shocking. This is a film that proudly proclaims, "America, fuck yeah, coming again to save the motherfucking day, yeah," and it's a movie people actually watched. Weird. But it's not out of left field, as this is some of Tom Cruise's best dramatic work in decades. Joseph Kosinski and Tom Cruise set out to give the world a thrill ride that appealed to all film tastes and demographics. Aaron Kruger's member-berries pandering fan service dialogue aside, I still dig the hell out of this movie. I'm glad that a mainstream film like this is getting Best Picture consideration. Number 5, Elvis. You know, having seen Disney anally sodomize a classic film for copyright retention, I kind of came around on Tom Hanks' goofy accent and even Doja Cat's Vegas, mostly because I needed an intro song. But why I decided that Elvis would make my top 5 is its pure unbridled ambition. As much as I love Top Gun Maverick, Elvis had a lot more going for it that made it awards worthy. Austin Butler gives a performance that is so good he permanently sounds like Elvis.
As an actor, like the actors that I always looked up to when I was a kid, my dad always had Turner Classic Movies in the house.
Oh yeah.
And so Raging Bull and East of Eden and On the
those
Waterfront and
Baz Luhrmann was the perfect director to do a strong and ambitious Elvis biopic as he explores the legend and not the man, with Colonel Tom Parker serving as the unreliable narrator. Though it does walk hard, it walks hard in style. Number 4, The Fablemans. The Fablemans is an honest look at Spielberg's life through the eyes of a fictitious character. But Gabriel LaBelle was wrongfully snubbed for a Best Actor nomination as he brings a soul to Sam Fableman, all while Spielberg pulls out every trick in the book. It also features 2 A-plus supporting roles in Judd Hirsch and David Lynch as the greatest living film director, which is a touch I love in the dialogue. It's a film that at times is messy, but when you're Steven goddamn Spielberg, you're allowed to do a nostalgia bait victory lap. Number 3, Women Talking. Alt-right pop culture YouTube is going to be obnoxious the moment Sarah Polley inevitably takes on a Marvel or Star Wars property. But I will say this about Women Talking. Zack Snyder is the blueprint. Polley clearly took notes from Snyder as she was Anna in Dawn of the Dead 2004. She uses his desaturated style to perfect effect. Claire Foy and Jessie Buckley are giving powerhouse performances that should have been considered for Oscar nominations, but kickbacks for melodramatic acting held sway. Sorry, To Leslie sucked. But Women Talking is an action film with words. It's about the women of a Mennonite colony standing up to the man who gaslit and brutally raped them. Per the actual story from Manitoba County in Bolivia, some were as young as 3 years old. Go figure, the hashtag Save Our Children people aren't supporting this film. But I say check this out with an open mind. It's a really good movie. Number 2, Tar. I didn't think Tar would be this high on my list, but it's a testament to how good it is. I'm still chewing on this film to the point that I bought the 4K because it was going up upwards of $65 at the time of purchase. Tar is a film that asks, what if Aaron Sorkin sobered up and gave a shit? As it is the film I absolutely want a screenplay win for. Lydia Tarr is by far and away one of the all-time great characters of the 21st century. This film takes on the pros and cons of cancel culture, which, let's be real, Louis C.K. just sold out Madison Square Garden, and Bill Cosby is considering touring in 2023. We're more than likely going to see Armie Hammer in a Daily Wire movie next year. Lydia Tarr will be just fine. Hell, I'm sure she probably has hashtag justice for Lydia Tarr stands in universe and we just don't see them. It could be worse. She could be Jeremy Piven shilling for Hair Club for Men. Speaking of, the other good thing to come from post Elon Musk's Twitter is Lydia Tarr's fictitious Twitter account. Though I'm pulling for Michelle Yeoh, if Kate Blanchett wins, it will be equally deserved.
Of course you want Everything Everywhere All at Once to win Best Picture. A film I gave a half-star rating to because it's so popular. I've never hated a Best Picture nominee more than Crash.
Surprise! The film I want to win Best Picture is Everything Everywhere All at Once. I know, so predictable. You probably already guessed this the moment that you hit play, but I think it's time for the medium-budget gonzo genre-bending film to take home the top prize. Everything worked about Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's also this year's winner of the La La Land Award for pretentious award season takes, like this asshole here.
I would have spot the Daniels and I'd say, you need to lose 20 minutes out of this film. They'd be dragging me out and I'd be like, you need to lose 20 minutes out of the film. And then I'd get this guy out of here. I'm right. Screaming like a lunatic. I'm right.
Cringe. There's no other word for it. This makes me cringe. It's embarrassing.
Daniels described this film as a love letter to the world, and that's what it is. If the Academy could just put down their ballots for The Fablemans and give this medium-budget film a chance, I would be happy. And it's looking like, as I'm writing this and recording, Everything Everywhere All at Once could very well be the frontrunner. I want it to sweep everything. Not only do I want it to win Best Picture, I want it to sweep every acting category. I haven't seen a mind-blowing spectacle like this since The Matrix. If there's any movie I'm pulling for this year, it's Everything Everywhere All at Once. Be sure to like, comment, share, spread the word on New Realms Media. Follow me on all my socials at New Realms Media. And until then,
My year of dicks